That's our BTO, Better Than Original, suggested by Phil Carter from Glasgow, Billy Paul's version of Let 'Em In. If you've got a record that you think the cover version beats the original, then let us know to walker@bbc.co.uk, subject box put BTO. And that's it for Sounds of the 70s for this week. Thanks so much for being with us. Thanks to Liz Barnes and Johnny California from Listen, who produced the programme for Radio 2. I'll be back with The Rock Show next week, Friday night at 11, and more Sounds of the 70s next Sunday afternoon. Till then, take good care. Coming up next, it's Rob Beckett. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 5 o'clock. This is Sally Johnson. Senior figures on the right wing of the Conservative Party have thrown their weight behind Rishi Sunak to become the next Prime Minister. The former Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, and the Northern Ireland Minister, Steve Baker, once close allies of Boris Johnson, have backed the former Chancellor. Allies of another candidate, Penny Mordaunt, say Boris Johnson has asked her to drop out and back his campaign. He needs the support of 100 colleagues to get into the Tory leadership ballot, but only 57 have publicly endorsed him so far. Our political correspondent, Damien Grammatica, says some are questioning why Mr Johnson still hasn't confirmed his candidacy.
The other camp say, well, they think he's not got the numbers and wouldn't want the humiliation of putting himself forward and then falling short. His backers say that he does. We know Mr Johnson had talks yesterday with Rishi Sunak. He clearly is going ahead. He today is picking up important endorsements, including some who you would think might back Mr Johnson, like the Home Secretary resigned last week, Suella Braverman. She warned that the Conservative Party said was divided and heading towards a wipeout. We need unity, stability. Rishi fits the bill, she said.
The Labour First Minister of Wales, Mark Drakeford, says the only way out of the current crisis is a general election.
The opposition parties can't oblige a general election to take place, but any fair-minded person looking at the way in which the Conservative Party has itself become ungovernable would feel that the way to get a legitimate mandate for the very difficult decisions that are now to be made is to put your case to the people and let them decide.
A powerful hurricane with winds of 120 miles an hour has hit Mexico's Pacific coast. The authorities have warned of dangerous storm surges, landslides and flooding. A Russian warplane has crashed into a residential house in Irkutsk in southern Siberia, killing both pilots. City officials say the aircraft was on a training flight and there were no casualties on the ground. It's the second such incident in 6 days. In football, Arsenal have drawn 1-1 with Southampton. Arsenal are still top of the Premier League, but manager Mikel Arteta says it's a missed opportunity.
I'm disappointed, obviously, when you don't win the game, especially the way we started the game and the big chance that we had in that first half. It's true that the second half, the game was more disrupted. We never got the flow that we wanted, especially because we weren't good enough in ball possession and allowed a much more open game and a game where they put some pressure on us.
There are also wins for Aston Villa, Fulham and Leicester City. At the T20 Cricket World Cup, India secured a dramatic late win over Pakistan in Melbourne. Virat Kohli's side scored 16 runs in the last over to chase down 160 to win. Tonight's weather, spells of showery rain, heavy and thundery at times, particularly in the south-east of England. Northern Ireland and western parts of the UK will have the best chance of drier weather. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 5. Now let's get the travel with Orna.
Sally, thank you very much. First of all, the M80 in Stirling, and it's looking slow on the southbound side, approaching the M9 at Bannockburn. That's at junction 9. Haze on the road there. A bridge was hit by a vehicle. And east of Glasgow, the M8 on the westbound side at junction 9 Easterhouse, still queuing. An accident which left oil on the road there. 2 lanes have been closed. The M74, long delays, 11 at Peniel to junction 8 at Candyside. What's happening now is a contraflow. You've had heavy rain in the area as well, so it's very slow where the barrier repairs are underway. And the A66 in Cumbria closed in both directions between Eden and Appleby at the turn there. The M6 looking very slow still, southbound. That's between junction 33 and junction 32, mainly around Scorton. It's where the roadwork section is. The M6 is very slow for you as well through the West Midlands, mainly around junction 10 in both directions. That's at Walsall. And a quick look at the M5, so southbound at junction 7 at Worcester to the M50 at junction 8. The vehicle fire went. The repairs are still underway, though, southbound near junction 8. And Oxfordshire queue still there on the M40 northbound southbound. Junction 9 at Bicester to 10 at Brackley. 2 lanes have been closed in each direction, but the main queues are on that northbound side. It's taking about 50 minutes. The M1's looking very slow now around Milton Keynes. That's again northbound and southbound. Mainly around Bedford, though, at junction 13. Through to junction 14, it is looking heavy. The M4 westbound, junction 3 at Hayes to 4 at Heathrow. An accident is taking up 2 lanes. And the M25 clockwise all clear at junction 8 for Reigate. Back with more in an hour.
On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM. Now, Rob Beckett.
Radio 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you to the news team and thank you to Johnny Walker. What a legend. I'm Rob Beckett. It's just gone 5 p.m. and welcome to the Bronze Hour, the third fastest show on radio. Let's get things going with Prince.
I was